This episode is brought to you by Starry. When you drink Starry Lemon Lime Soda, every sip is a win. Perfect for game time or anytime. It's a crisp, refreshing lemon lime soda that's caffeine-free and bursting with flavor that makes you go, ah. Starry hits different. Find it in stores or online today.
Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel
Extra
and a month roundup. I thought I'll get to it really quickly today. What do you think of that? If we just blitz through our normal chit chat and just get to it.
Let's do it.
But I do want to know how you are.
Yeah, fine. I'm all right.
Fine.
All good.
Yes. Yeah, we've made it to the end of August. Would we say this is now the end of summer, or can we say September's summer, or when does autumn start?
I think the end of August is the end of the summer. I think September is officially autumn.
Oh, my Lord. Well, in that case, we've had a rubbish summer. We've had a few days now.
Yeah.
Sunshine. I mean, I wouldn't brag about it to other countries, but here we go. Brilliant. Rich, end of month. So that only means one thing.
Get paid?
Oh, well, yeah, we did.
Payday.
Just pick my pay slip. It means we get to look back on what we, me, you, this brilliant podcast have done in the last month.
Yes.
Can you remember?
I'm going to try and do it in reverse order.
Okay, is that how your brain works?
No, I just can't remember. Legally Blonde 2, the 20-year anniversary. We did that.
We did do that.
I'm going to get confused because it was a bit of a mistake, to be honest. But I'm going to get confused because it feels like we've done quite a lot of Another Slice stuff as well. So
yes, we've done 3 episodes this month
as well.
3 episodes.
Yeah, so that's all in my head too. But what else have we done? What else has come out? We did the Meg 2.
Yeah, we did the Meg 2, : Actually, it's just Meg 2, : The Trench.
Oh, so it's not the Meg 2, just Meg 2.
There's no the. Yeah, I made a silly mistake many a times when I was saying that title of that film. So it's just Meg 2, :
Oh, man,
The
I
Trench.
can't remember what else we've done.
Is it missing from your memory?
Oh, yeah, Missing, of course. I was thinking, what else have I been to the cinema to see? And I was like, oh, we didn't go to the cinema for it. That's why I'd forgotten.
That's why that was just to catch up with something we've missed earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And we've also been very busy on Another Slice. So we did
have.
The sequel and box set mentality of From Dusk Till Dawn 2, blah, blah, blah. I can't even remember the name of it. It's rubbish. What was it called?
Rubbish. From Dusk Till Dawn, Texas Blood Money.
That was it. It made no sense.
Made no sense because it wasn't set in Texas and there wasn't any blood money. But anyway, whatever.
And then we spoke about Barbie and Oppenheimer for our Barbenheimer episode where we watched and talked about those two films and the weekend and the impact it had on us and whatever.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then we just released our... Oh man, we've watched some crap films this month, haven't we?
I've watched it. Right, wait till we get onto it because I've watched some real crap.
Me too. Super Mario Bros. The 1993 Bob Hoskins film.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good.
We watched that for Disenfranchised, and we pretty much found out why I never had a franchise because it's crap.
Because it's really bad. Terribly bad.
Yes, it is bad. We have got some correspondence.
Nice.
I'm going to start with one that just missed the cut-off for last month, and I promised Ollie that we would talk about it. So, This is from Ollie Rose on Instagram. He just missed the cut-off because I'm not very good at sending out warnings.
Gotcha.
So this is previous stuff. Hi guys, thought I'd give my take on some of the films you reviewed this month, as it's the first month where I've just completely disagreed with all your opinions.
Nice. Okay.
It's fair enough, Ollie. We're rubbish opinions. So for Indiana Jones, I personally really didn't enjoy it at all, and it didn't feel like it had the same charm as the other four. Yes, that means I prefer Crystal Skull to it.
Oh,
and I really like Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but I just found her character irritating and not likeable.
Yes, but I think you're supposed to.
At one point, I did even consider walking out of the cinema, which I have never done before.
Wow, okay. Strong.
I think he's meant to say, I really don't like... I think he's left out a word here, because he said, I really like... Oh, no. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, he really likes Phoebe Waller-Bridge, doesn't like her character.
Doesn't like
Ellen
Waller-Bridge.
I think that's the point. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to kind of begrudgingly grow to like her by the end. Anyway, that's just me.
Ollie, I agree with you, because I didn't really warm to her either, but I did enjoy the film. He says, although I did really enjoy the opening flashback scene, so I guess that was a plus.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I really enjoyed it. But then, if we all like the same stuff, wouldn't the world be boring?
That's true. Oh, man, that's a nice thought there. So, yeah, to be fair, I think we're in the minority there of actually enjoying Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we are, mate.
She's sad. Okay, he also goes on. I know this is one from last month. I'm just going to sneak it in. So we're now 2 months behind, but it's fine. Because I can only saw the film this month. In contrast, I really enjoyed the Transformers. Rise of the Beast. I realised a lot of it didn't make much sense, but I like the take of Prime as an inexperienced and damaged leader, and I'm curious to see where they take it and how he evolves in future films. I also found the human characters, at least Noah, far more compelling than the Michael Bay ones.
That's fair. And to be honest, Rise of the Beast is better than almost all of the Michael Bay ones.
Yes. Apart from the first one.
Apart from the first one, potentially, yeah. But it still doesn't mean it's necessarily good. It's still quite muddled. Also, I mean, the opinion about Prime, I mean, he has been leader of the Autobots for millions of years by this point.
Oh,
you
God.
Know, so he should have grown into it by now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we've got our own Transformers bod on this team.
Yes.
Then he goes, then for Mission Impossible, I completely adored that film and would rank it second, just behind Fallout, as I'm waiting for the second part for some of the more confusing aspects to hopefully be resolved. Okay. I thought the action was just as good as the other films, but I agree the Rome chase was a bit silly as parts, and Hayley Atwell was an amazing addition to the cast. Keep up the great work. It's always entertaining to listen to, even though I do sometimes completely disagree.
It's good that you disagree with us. You know, we're definitely nothing we say is right.
Yes.
It's just our own meandering opinions.
And we're just miserable old men most of the time.
No, we're not. We're lovely old men who just get a bit grumpy about rubbish movies occasionally.
I have been looking back on those films, like the Mission Impossible ones, and I think we're still middle of the road, but I am looking forward to watching them again. As in, I'm going to watch Transformers Rise of the Beasts when it pops up again on...
I mean, I will have to, because my son has become mildly obsessed with Optimus Primal. I bought him an Optimus Primal toy, and it's now his favourite thing in the world.
Man, he just moves on fast, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's spent the last month or so running around with it in his hand permanently.
Okay.
So, yeah. We're going to have to watch it.
Something to talk about in those films. I've got a couple more things to talk about. Esteban got into contact again, because if you remember last month we spoke about the Another Slice clips at the start, the quotes.
Yes.
He was trying to guess them and he was missing them. Well, he's now got them all. Well done, Esteban. It says, if the first one's Monsters, Inc. and the last one's Shaun of the Dead, yes, they are. So you now have all of them. So that means in the next, I have to try and find some harder quotes when I have time. But he goes on to another email and he said, hello, chaps. Just listened to the Chris Killen episode and the chat about seeing things on VHS and DVDs got me reminiscing about the original Easter eggs on DVDs. What are your most memorable ones you found? I remember losing my mind finding the additional menu on T2, entering the date for Judgment Day in America format, and getting the uncut version playing with deleted scenes inserted in chronological order. My shit was blown. Keep it coming, and bravo on a brilliant season of interviews and insane chinwagon. Be honest, mate.
Rubbish.
I'm the only one I can think of is from, again, Monsters Inc. I think it was Monsters Inc. And you can click on, was it Finding Nemo? You can click on a paper aeroplane, and that was around on the menu screen, and it would take you to a paper aeroplane competition that they had at Pixar.
Oh, right, okay.
A lot of people don't go searching for Easter eggs because they just press play and blah, blah, blah. But if you go Google it,
yeah,
there's so many fucking things or like little Easter eggs. Like, we got the Clerks 2 DVD, haven't we, somewhere? There's loads on the Clerks 2 DVD of extra interviews and blah, blah, blah. And there's loads of hidden stuff on loads of DVDs. I went down a rabbit hole of loads of different things. I haven't watched any of them yet, but I think I might now. Rich is, I don't think Rich knows of any. I'm
trying to think. I think there was one on Fight Club, wasn't there? Well, like Probably. The warning was like Tyler Durden's like rant rather than the actual. You get those warnings about not copyrighting DVDs.
Yes,
it was like a rant from Tyler Durden about do whatever you like, copy the DVD, break the, do stuff. That's about all I can think of, if I'm honest.
I remember once in a while, I can't remember the films, but just finding gag reels randomly. They used to like to hide gag reels behind these kind of things. But
yeah, I can't think of any more, I've got to be honest. I've never been a very good kind of Easter egg DVD kind of dude.
Hunter.
No. I know lots of people are kind of like really kind of into it. And I remember hearing a rumour that there's like a chronological version of Memento if you can find the Easter egg on the DVD.
Really?
Yeah. You can watch the film in like chronological order rather than messed up order. But I don't know if that's true or not. But I remember hearing that rumour. But yeah, I'm not very good on them. I've got to be honest.
No, I'm quite lazy when it comes to DVD menuing.
Game on the Scott Pilgrim one. I think it's like an 8-bit. Like you can find like an 8-bit game and play a little 8-bit kind of platformer on the Scott Pilgrim DVD.
That would be cool. I think.
Again, might be making that up.
Are these things dying out now?
Well, I guess so, because physical media is dying out, isn't it?
Very slowly. I've been saying that in my industry now for so many years, that the DVD department's going to go bye-bye, and it's not. No. They're still smashing them out regularly.
Because I think Blu-ray, there's more opportunity with Blu-rays to put like clever Easter eggs on, because Blu-rays hold a massive amount of data. Yes. DVD holds 8 gig, I think, at the most.
Look, you should know this because you've been burning them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's true. And then a Blu-ray's like 50 gig. Like there's you can get loads on a Blu-ray.
One of my old jobs was transcoding films to fit on Blu-rays and DVDs, and depending on how much extras and how much the clients were willing to pay, depend on the quality of those films, pretty much.
Oh, really?
So if it had less extras, you could fit a better quality version of that film on the disc.
Oh, interesting.
And then if it was below a certain transfer rate, we'd be like, guys, it's going to look shit. You might as well add a second disc full of extras and you can have a really good one. They're like, well, we can't afford that. We're not doing that. But with Blu-ray, it was much easier because it can hold so much more. Right. So the quality rate was so much higher.
Yeah.
That's why you can pretty much tell the difference between a Blu-ray and a DVD, to be honest, and obviously HD and SD.
Yeah.
But the DVDs and Blu-rays I've worked on, as far as I know, we've never put an Easter egg on. And
next time, you don't work at them anymore, they do you? But
not really.
If you ever do again, just stick your own little Easter egg on. Stick a little link to Unequal Sequel in a sequel movie.
How did that get there?
I don't know.
That's a good one. I've got another question from Alex on Twitter. He says, the movie Missing uses the screen as a person, so you're watching things unfold on the computer phone screens. What gimmick or trope are you glad has gone or would like to see return? Now, this was a tough one.
That is a tough one.
I haven't really got an answer for it. I'm glad films don't look like they do in the early 2000s.
I can think of a bit of a trope that I'd like to go in the bin immediately.
Go for it.
The superhero slow-mo.
Oh.
I hate it. I really, really hate it. And I'm looking at you like Zack Snyder.
Did you watch the trailer for his Rebel Moon?
No.
His Netflix sci-fi odyssey? Well, you better watch it because he's already announced a sequel to it.
Oh, God. Is it all full of slow-mo?
Yeah, there's a bit of slow-mo, yeah. The trailer, I have to say, looks incredible, but Zack Snyder is an artist when it comes to setting up a picture.
Yeah.
That's not where I've got a problem with Zack Snyder at all. it's his storytelling. So let's wait and see what he does with that. I agree with you. Slow-mo, I would like to get rid of and speed that up. I'd like to bring someone to try bullet time again if we're going to do another Matrix film.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of slow-mo, isn't it, really? Like,
I guess I'm going to say, I tell you what I would love to have more of, and I don't know if this counts as an answer, but I would like them to release, you know, when they used to release songs to go with the movies, and the song videos were always full of like extra bit of clips, and you were so excited to watch those clips,
like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and wet, Love Is All Around, and
all of those, and you're like, you got extra bits that weren't in the trailer. And I always found I love that, like Still Kiss from a Rose from Batman Forever and stuff.
And I remember, do you remember that Meatloaf song, that I'll Do Anything for Love? And it looks so much like a movie, the video.
Well,
I genuinely thought it was going to be a movie. Like, I thought it was from a movie, and it wasn't.
No, so that's a trope I'd like them to bring back. I guess that goes into the marketing.
Guess so.
I have fond memories of the U2 song Elevation, which they released with Tomb Raider. Fuck you with the face you're pulling.
Both of those things can get in the bin.
Hey, all of those are great. Elevation song, U2, one of the best bands in the world.
Oh,
and Tomb
God,
Raider's
David.
Shut up. And the film's okay, but I'd like that trope. Ones I don't like, well, it's a tough one. I mean, I'd like less superhero films.
Yeah, this is genre, I guess, rather than a trope. But yeah, just less.
If we could just put the brakes on a little bit and have a bit more, you know, new stuff that isn't always a sequel or a franchise or anything.
I've got another Zack Snyder-y thing.
Oh, God.
It's the trope, the superhero trope of everyone having their own fucking theme music that has to be played every time they come on screen. Like, I
feel like you're just looking at Wonder
as well.
Woman.
I am just thinking about Wonder Woman 84 here, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's not even Zack Snyder, and it's still rubbish. So yeah, it must be a trope, because it's not just the director. It's in different movies. Like, the slow-mo is bad. The music is on the nose. Yeah, they can all get in the bin. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Anything that you like? Anything... tropes that you like? I mean, I love fourth wall breaks. I'm a big fan of people turning to the camera and talking.
I like a fourth wall break. Me too. Yeah, more fourth wall breaking, please. That's a trope. A kind of you know, like a love story where someone talks to the camera. That's always a good, you know, rom-com where someone talks to the camera,
or a bit of narrative. And you know, I think about Hitch, kind of that, or High Fidelity. Very different. That is fourth wall, but Hitch got this narrative that goes through it as well. Will Smith talking,
like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as well. That's another one.
Oh, great film with Shane Black. Is there a narrative going through Nice Guys now? I'm thinking about it, or
I don't think I've seen it.
You've never seen The Nice Guys?
No,
Richard.
I've seen The Bad Guys.
Very different film. I'm surprised no one's picked that as a dream sequel, actually, Nice Guys. It should be. But thank you for everyone that sent all your comments in. Again, I probably missed one or two. Apologies. If not, I will read them out on the next roundup, which will be the end of September. So thank you. Please send them in. unequalsequel@hotmail.com, or DM us on Twitter. Yes, Twitter. Or Instagram. Or Threads. Or we're also on Blue Sky now.
Oh, what's that?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But it is another social media thing we're on.
Cool.
So if you're on that, follow us. Shall we move on to the news?
Yes, let's do it. I don't think there's a lot, is there? Let's be honest.
I was waiting for the tune.
Oh, okay. Sequel news.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, Rich spoiled that, but there is not a lot, because there are still the Writing Actor Guild. No, it's all going in. This is what people love. This is us talking.
Yeah.
Writing Actors Guild, Screen Actors Guild, still on strike. Still the studios are not playing ball.
I think some studios have now, haven't they?
There's A24 have got a weird. They've come up with something weird that they've just pretty much agreed to everything the writers and the actors want. So as far as I know, they're still filming and And I think the actors can promote. It's up to the actors if they want to promote, because that might be seen about crossing the line, whatever.
Okay.
So, who knows? There is a few things. Christopher Landon has been... Oh, yeah, should probably go one... Hang on. There's 4.
Okay. Well, let's go with 1. 1.
This is the one I was about to do. Christopher Landon has been announced as the director of Scream 7. Yes, that's the right Scream we're on. He directed the Happy Death Days 1 and 2, and he did a film called Freaky. I don't know if you've seen that with Vince Vaughn. I know you wouldn't because you don't like scary films. Happy Death Day are very good.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
And they still haven't announced Happy Death Day 3 yet. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Well, that should have happened ages ago. But we're going to get another Scream film. Excited for that?
No, not really. I'm excited to see if Sydney comes back, because I missed her in the last one.
Do you think she needs to come back?
No, she doesn't need to come back. Like, I don't know. I'm not massively... The last one was okay for a while. And
the last one was really good.
Finished very strongly, yeah. So, no, I'm not
massively excited. It's like they fell over just before the finish line.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll watch it when it comes along. But
they did hint at the end that the older sister might turn to murder.
Yeah.
Is that too obvious at this point?
Oh, I think that would be really frustrating and dull.
Maybe the little sister will turn to murder then.
Or maybe none of it. Like, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, cool.
There hasn't been announced on a date of release, obviously, because they can't announce any actors or writers. But they normally bang these out pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
I doubt we'll get one in February, but we'll wait and see. So that will happen. Okay, 2, 3 or 4?
2.
2. Another film we haven't seen because it's a scary movie, but it's done very well. It's called Talk to Me.
Okay.
Oh, man, you know nothing, do you?
I don't know anything about anything, mate. I'm not going to lie. I think I've heard of that one.
It's done very well on a low budget. It's a Blumhouse.
Okay.
It was shot for 4.5 million and it's braked in a lot more than that. And they very quickly, as they do Blumhouse films or any horror film, to be honest, they announce a sequel pretty much straight away.
It's a good business to be in, isn't it? Horror.
It does, but I was thinking, at least we're not going to have to watch this one. And then they announce a sequel. And I was like, well, I've got to watch this.
Yeah, I've got to watch that one, yeah.
And if the trailer's really freaky. A girl gets possessed at some point, touching a hand thing. And it's like loads of friends are on social media filming her being possessed kind of thing.
Okay.
Yep. I've heard it's really good.
Okay.
So,
doesn't sound it, but yeah.
You know, I'm a brave boy now because I enjoyed Evil Dead Rise.
Yes.
It seemed no one else did. Okay. 3 or 4?
3.
Okay. Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot, or whatever her name is. Recently, she's been on a promotional bit before she was not allowed to about her new film called Hearts of Stone on Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix, yeah.
Yep. I'm no rush to watch it because...
No. It looks rubbish.
It looks rubbish. But she has been talking up a Wonder Woman 3. And she came out and said, yeah, it's still in development. James Gunn and Peter Safran have told me they're going to develop it with me.
Okay.
And everyone's like, oh, that's weird because last thing we heard, that wasn't going to happen.
No.
And she's like, oh, no, it's happening. Well, we made a joke the other day on the end of another episode that we don't think it's going to happen because... we just know it's not. And it turns out pretty much it's not going to happen.
Okay.
James Gunn has pretty much come out and said it's not in their foreseeable future.
Right, okay.
For their planned out of their DCU or DCEU.
Yeah, I think it's DCEU, isn't it? I don't know why.
Is that the new one?
I don't know. I don't know, Dave. I'm not up on superhero movies at all. So, and DC lost me a long time ago.
Did it ever really have us? Would be the be the question.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is the pretty much the only role actually of her in the first film that I've liked her in.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman 84 was truly awful.
Yeah,
and then she's been lumbered in some horrible cameos in Shazam, which was horrible. And yeah, there's that trope. And what was the other one? Oh, the Flash.
The Flash, weirdly turns up for no reason. Also, like Batman versus Superman, she's in as well, isn't she?
I think she's okay in that one. Again, the film's pretty horrible.
The film's horrible, but yeah.
Extended cut's okay. I still stand by that as well because I'm an absolute geek.
No, it's not. It's just a longer version of a bad movie. Where still, the ending is, your name's Martha. Your mum's name's Martha. Your mum's name's Martha. Did we just become best friends? Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Good.
So it pretty much sounds like everyone's got their wires crossed on this one. So, but saying that, next month we'll probably come back to this and be like, no, they have just announced a Wonder Woman 3.
Probably.
We can't keep up. Last bit of news, number 4. I don't know if you've watched it. I haven't. On Netflix, a series called Warrior Nun.
No, I haven't. I've heard it's I've heard it's good, but I haven't seen it.
There's been 2 seasons, and recently it's just been cancelled because that's what Netflix does.
That's what Netflix does, yeah.
But now the producer has come back and they've announced a new trilogy of films.
Oh, right, okay.
Of Warrior Nun. Not much more detail because there's nothing to say because of the strikes. But all we do know is that they're going to come back for Warrior Nun 1, 2, and 3, it seems.
Great.
Not named that way. So I knew this had I think this is what they call a cult following, the TV series.
Yeah.
Because it's called Warrior Nun. I mean, that's a great name for a TV series, the experience. She's a nun, and I'm guessing she's a warrior.
You'd hope. Otherwise, it's horribly mistitled.
But yeah, there's going to be a trilogy of those films.
Okay, cool.
So that's good news to the fans of that TV series. That another thing that me and Rich haven't watched. So basically, most of the things we've spoken about in the news today, we haven't seen.
No.
We got our finger on the pulse, me and you. We are good at
There's
this.
lots of things I have seen. I just haven't seen those things. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. So that's the news. Hopefully, by the time September rolls around, the studios will have made a deal and everything will be on track.
Let's cross our fingers, eh?
Because if it carries on for another month...
We can't go through Christmas without movies.
I can see certain big movies. There's no way they're going to release June Part 2
without
a big fanfare. You know, not with that cast.
No, they're not. You're right.
I'm surprised they're still ploughing ahead with Expendables 4 at this point because that's some pretty big legendary names in that film. We will wait and see, and hopefully the writers and the actors get what they deserve, and AI and whatnot can fuck off. Anyway, let's move on to sequels that we've watched. Sequels that we've watched. Sequels that we watched. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sequels that we watched. You watched any sequels?
I have. I've watched quite a few sequels. Do you want me to start with the good, the bad, or the ugly?
Oh, let's start with the good.
So, the good. I watched Top Gun Maverick.
Brilliant.
I also watched Top Gun as well, but that's for the other section. But yeah, I watched both of them. I was putting all my movies onto my Plex, and Top Gun came up, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to watch Top Gun. And then when I watched Top Gun, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to watch Top Gun Maverick.
Did you watch them back to back?
One a day between.
Oh, okay.
So I watched Top Gun, and then next day I watched Maverick. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. And I also watched, in terms of good sequels, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, because my son had never seen it.
Okay.
So we watched it together.
Does he get Indiana Jones?
Yeah, he quite liked it. He found the start really good with young Indy. Obviously. And then he drifted off a bit in the middle where they kind of do some explaining. And then he came back again at the end where he was really excited.
Yeah, I suppose he doesn't know who the Nazis are yet, Rich, does he?
Not really, not so well. Yeah, so those are the 2 good ones.
Right.
A sort of middling one, I watched Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Is that the first time?
No, it's not the first time. No, we've reviewed it. But just watched it because my son's around, and we've watched quite a lot of
he's still on summer holidays
movies.
At this point, right?
He's still on summer holidays, yeah. So yeah, that's my kind of middle sequel. And then
did Gru get any better? Sorry,
no,
it's all right.
It's all right. It's still all right. It's still it's a 3 out of 5. It's okay. And then again, I was uploading on my DVDs, and I came across my Transformers the movie 4K, the Matt Ferguson designed one. So of course I had to watch that. And then when I watched that, I thought, do you know what? It's probably time to bite the bullet and watch those final couple of Michael Bay Transformers movies. And then I thought to myself, I can't just watch the last two. I'm going to have to watch all of them.
Oh, my Lord. So...
I had proper binge watched all of them. And oh, my God, they're fucking diabolical. Like, they get steadily worse and worse from a not good place.
Okay.
The first one is okay. So the first one,
one's good.
It's 3.5 stars. It's better than Rise of Gru. It's okay. And then there's a big drop to Revenge of the Fallen, and then it drops from there to essentially nothing. Like,
I disagree with you. I think the third one has a place in this.
Dark of the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I hate that.
That last hour is brilliant.
That last hour is intelligible nonsense.
In that building, when they're trying to get back in the city.
Yeah, but it's just, you can't tell what's going on. It's all just grey smashy.
No. That is top quality entertainment. Well put together. I think there's a lot to love in Dark Side of the Moon, whatever it's called.
Dark of the Moon.
I know.
Yeah.
And, it's got Leonard Nimoy there as another bad guy, and it's amazing how many bad guys they keep finding on this bloody planet or nearby, isn't it?
Mm.
Okay, so what are the Extinction and The Last Night?
They're both fucking horrible. Age of Extinction, I gave 1 star, and The Last Night, I gave half a star in terms of my ratings for them. Like, the Age of Extinction, do you know what? I was willing to give it a go because it kicked off, and I was like, it feels quite refreshing not being the kind of Shia LaBeouf version. I'm willing to give this a try. For the first half an hour or so, I'm like, this could be all right. And then I was like, no, actually, it's actually terrible and incredibly long. Why is it so long?
Why did they go to China?
Because they wanted to sell money. They wanted to sell movies in China. And then The Last Night. Oh my God. It's nonsense.
It's horribly edited, isn't it?
It's so bad. Do you know what? I don't actually think Hot Rod being French is the worst thing about it. Because
it is for me.
I love Omar Sy. I think he's brilliant. He's one of my favourite actors. I'm all for him being a Transformer. There is a little, Hot Rod does do a little joke where he says his voice is stuck in that accent for some reason. He can't change. He wants to change it, but he can't change it. So there is that little joke. I can forgive that. I can't forgive anything else. It's Can you forgive rubbish.
Anthony Hopkins having the best time?
Is he having the best time?
I think he's having a wonderful time.
I'm not sure he knows where he is.
It's weird, isn't it? The whole Merlin story
horrible.
And the Arthur and the Knights, and
it's horrible.
Do we end up in China again? We don't. We end up somewhere else.
No, don't think it's China. It's all like medievally crap, isn't it? So it's all around. It's all England, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. Going back to Revenge of the Fallen, is the worst point of the whole of this franchise when they have a Transformer woman?
No. Why would
Do you
that
not reckon?
be a bad thing? No, they've always had female Transformers.
No. There's a
you mean the one who
the robot that turns into an actual human being.
I mean I don't think that's the worst thing in it, but it's pretty fucking bad.
That makes the whole series defunct.
It does, completely defunct. Yes.
If Transformers can pretend to be
people,
human beings,
yeah. Why would they bother being a car? Yeah. Pointless.
We should have got to that point, and then the Transformers should just deleted the whole series for me.
Yeah. Because then they're just the Skrulls, aren't they?
It's a terrible idea.
Mm.
Unless they were going to commit to it and make everyone. But they didn't.
No.
Yeah, okay. I did wonder what you were going to think of all of those.
Bad. All bad. All very, very bad.
We are going to do a ranking of that soon, I think.
I mean, that's not hard. Because I think the ranking just goes in the order they came out in. Like, that's not
He's just
really...
giving it away.
I'm giving it away, but, So, oh no! Now we can't do a ranking. What a shame.
We'll have to add we'll add in Bumblebee, and we'll add in Rise of the Beasts, and the 1980. Yeah, that was released in cinema, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
And then that
I
will
saw
go
it in
in
the cinema on my birthday in 1986.
Well, that would be number one for both of us. There's a ruin for everyone.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's very obvious how it's going to go.
If you want us to get ranty, request that ranking. Okay. What else did you see? That's a lot.
That's all. That's all the sequels I've watched.
Okay, I watched two. Two. Apart from them, I've had a horrible month of sequels. Apart from these two, me and my wife watched a whole day of the Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
And I had a great day.
I bet you did.
1 is still my favourite.
Yeah.
I think Marvel film. 2 is the first time I watched 2 and had a really good time with it.
Okay. Okay.
And I went to the premiere. And
2 is not my favourite.
No.
I have to say.
I always thought it had plot hole, but I sat there, I was like, I'm really into this. I like the chemistry between everyone. I mean, yes, it gets a bit. The ego character is a bit weird in his grand scheme of things. But there's stuff like the Michael Rooker, Yondu relationship with Peter, which is just brilliantly done in that film. And Baby Groot's great fun, and there's a lot going on. And then we rewatched the third one. First time since we watched it earlier in the year when I was pretty hot on it. I liked it. I watched it again. I was like, yeah, this is solid. This is a really solid end film that wraps things up.
Well, yeah, a bit more stakes would be nice, wouldn't it?
But as a trilogy, it works really nicely just not watching it when there's so much else going at stake in the Marvel Universe. When you're just watching those three, you can ignore anything else. It's really nice. True. Really enjoyed it. And then, last month I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990 film.
Yes. Did you watch Secret of the Ooze?
I did watch Secret of the Ooze.
I like Secret of the Ooze.
Have you watched Secret of the Ooze recently?
I have not watched it since it came out.
Richard, I would keep that memory in your head.
Oh, okay.
It's because I had the same. I was like, Secret of the Ooze is great. I love Secret. It is shambolic.
Really?
It is so bad.
Oh, that's a shame.
In so many ways. Yeah. Like there's a niche about the first Turtle films, like the suits things, and you think, that's really cool, and the voices, and something really works in that first film. Everything that works in that first film does not work in Secret of the Ooze. Like they've got a dance off and they end up with Vanilla Ice and stuff, and it's bad. And then the ending is terrible. They just pull a bit of wood down on Super Shredder, pretty much. And there's got these. It feels like it's got the same DNA as like Batman and Robin kind of thing, but not. That's not in a good way.
I remember really loving it. Damn it!
It's not good, and it's not. I've had a really bad month for sequels.
I'm not going to watch it and just pretend it's still good in my head.
I think so. Only watch it if someone brings it up.
Yeah. Okay.
But I watched it because I'll talk about it in a minute because of the new film I want to saw as well. But next month I plan to watch the third one where they do a bit of time traveling.
Oh, I've not seen that one. They go back to like feudal Japan, don't they?
I don't think I've ever seen it either. And now I'm worried. I'm really scared. So yeah, that's all the sequels. So imagine the bad sequels I've seen this month. I've seen Secret of the Ooze. I thought it was horrible. From Dusk Till Dawn 2, horrible.
Yeah.
Legally Blonde 2, horrible. Super Mario Brothers.
Not a sequel, but yeah,
but
still bad.
Look at the shit I've watched this month. I mean, this lot make the Meg 2 look like an Oscar winner.
Absolutely. I've still got more shit I've watched. Movie Club. Lovely.
I've watched a few things as well.
I've watched a few things. I've watched some really good stuff and some really bad stuff.
Oh, should we start with the bad stuff this time?
Okay. Well, I sort of have a bit of a... Well, is there a bit of a trend? I went through a bit of like watching some car-related movies.
Okay.
So why? I don't know, just fancied it. So I watched Need for Speed, which is absolutely fucking appalling. Like, just
Aaron Paul, isn't it?
Yeah. And he just stares all the way through it. He barely says anything. He's just like, not good in a podcast, I know, but I'm doing a scary face.
I got it. You think that'd be fun, that film? Because the computer game's quite fun.
Yeah,
it's not. You're right.
It's not very fun. What is quite fun, I watched Driven. Have you seen Driven?
The Stallone film?
No. This is...
Oh, the guy, the maker of the Tesla, the DeLorean.
DeLorean. I love how you said Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a story of John DeLorean, and that is quite a fun movie. That is a fun movie.
I've seen many parts of that film because it came through my work.
Okay. I enjoyed it. It's not perfect, but it's fun. And I also watched Le Mans 66, or if you're American, Ford versus Ferrari.
I was about to say, which one are we talking here? Yeah.
Le Mans 66 is the proper title, but Americans didn't understand that.
It sounds a good film,
French,
isn't it?
so they had to call it Ford versus Ferrari. So good. It's a 5-star movie. I cried at the end again.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. It's so good.
Matt Damon and Christian Bale at the height
Damon
of their
is so good in it.
Brilliant together.
Yeah, it's just a very, very good movie. It does have all those kind of sport movie tropes. It has all those kind of the movies that I like, where it's two blokes talking, changing the world, and yeah, it's really good fun.
It's a good film. I like that one as well. And like you, I cried. We won't give out the ending, but yeah, that pretty much broke me at the end.
I also watched a couple of good movies as well.
Driving films still? Or?
No, those are the only driving films. But I watched The Beanie Bubble on Apple TV.
Ah, yes, the Zach
Galifianakis. It's about the story of the guy who came up with Beanie Babies, basically, and how kind of the three women in his life who really influenced Beanie Babies but don't get any credit, kind of,
Oh,
that's basically the story.
Men are the worst.
Yeah, men are the worst. This guy's particularly worst. But yeah, so that's quite a good movie. Definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it. On the sort of same level as Air, that kind of thing. That kind of the Tetris.
You have my interest.
Similar to the Tetris movie on Apple as well. It's well made, well put together, flying quite a little bit under the radar. But is
it a comedy?
No, sort of. It's a biopic, basically.
Yeah, because I've watched the trailer and I can't pin down where the just if it's a comedy or if it's meant to be serious.
Not a comedy, I would say.
Okay.
It's light-hearted, but it's not a comedy.
Okay.
And I also watched a film called Lagan, which is the final movie I had to watch on my movie poster of joy. That I've scratched everything off now. I had to buy it because that's the only way I could get it. So I had to buy it on DVD. Couldn't buy it on Blu-ray. Could only buy it on DVD. It's a Bollywood movie, came out in 2001. It's about 400 hours long because it's a Bollywood movie. And do you know what? I fucking loved every second of it.
Really?
It's brilliant.
Oh, good.
It's so good. I don't really like musicals very much. I love the songs in this movie. I think it's brilliant. It's sailed by. It's nearly 4 hours long and it whizzed by. Honestly.
You did it in one sitting?
Did it in one sitting.
Wow.
Loved it. Really, really loved it. You'll like it, Dave. It's about cricket.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
It's basically, if you watch it, as a British person, you could start to understand why the empire was crap. And why we are bad people. The Brits are very much the baddies in this.
Aren't we always?
Essentially what it is
rightfully
the British impose a tax on India called the Lagan, and it's basically kind of like stealing food out of the mouths of poor workers. And there's a particularly nasty kind of British guy who basically says, the village go to him and say, we can't give you your tax, we can't afford to eat, kind of thing. And he says, right, if you beat us at cricket, then
it's like Mean Machines.
You don't have.
It's like Queen Street 2.
Yeah. If it came out in 2001, it's if you beat us at cricket, you don't have to pay the tax for 5 years or something, and then but if we beat you, then you have to pay us triple the tax for the next 5 years.
Oh wow!
So it's it's high stakes, and this is at the point when no one in India has ever played cricket before. So none of them know none of them know how to play cricket or anything. So
I'm going to watch that.
It's got you will love it because it's about cricket. It's got all the kind of sports tropes in it, sport movie tropes that you love. There's an underdog story. It's brilliant. It's so good. So good.
Well, I'll have to watch it because it's on the poster, but that's going very slowly compared to you. What are you going to do now the poster's ended? Like, I have an idea if you want me to hear it.
Well, you did tell me about a book. Apparently there's 1,001 movies you've got to watch before you die. But one of those movies is Birth of a Nation. And I don't really want to watch that because it's racist as fuck. So,
it is racist as fuck.
Yeah.
But it is available to buy because I definitely did a Blu-ray of it and DVD many years ago of that film.
Want to watch that? So yeah. So what's your idea? Because
I think you should buy I know there's a poster out there like we have. And it's just full of horror films.
Oh,
look at his little face.
Oh.
I think the 1,001 ideas, but it will take you a while.
I mean, that would take me a while. It's taking me. There's only 100 on this poster, and it's taken me like 4 years.
Mate, I've had mine for longer, and I've only done half of it. Yeah. Well, I look forward to the next quest that you set out to do.
I might have to look into that horror movie one. Because it'd be... I wouldn't have seen many of them, that's the thing, like.
That's the thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're not all going to be Hostel and Hostel Part 2.
No.
Hostel might not even be in there. There might be actually good quality horror films.
Yeah, true, yeah. Because they're supposed to be like the best 100. These are the best 100 movies, aren't they? The 100 movies to see before you die. So yeah, the 100 best horror movies. I could give that a go.
You don't look very excited about it. It's fine.
I'm sort of excited and sort of not all at the same time. Yeah. But yeah,
let's Google and see what's out there and we'll come back with something.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about 3 quick films that I went to the cinema and watched. Okay. Yeah, 3. One of them was I went last night to watch Strays, the dog comedy, the Homeward Bound.
Any good?
R-rated film. No, it's rubbish. Stay away from it.
Yeah, I was going to say a little rubbish, to be honest.
Yeah. All the best bits in the trailer. It's got some cracking needle drops at a couple of points. Actually, you will hate it because you're not a big Will Ferrell fan. No,
I'm not. I like some of his things. I either really like him or really don't, I think is the thing. Like, I really like Step Brothers and I really like Elf, but I really hate lots of other stuff. It really.
I tell you what, let's get Will Ferrell poster and just get you to do all Will Ferrell films.
No.
Yeah, stay away from that. What else did I watch? Oh yeah, because I watched Secret of the Ooze. I also watched the animated movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
I really want to watch that, but again, it's one my son really wants to watch, so I'm going to have to wait till it comes out on
really lovely
streaming.
Animation. Finally, they've really focused on the teenage part of teenage, because every turtle film that seemed to have been forgotten for some reason.
Yeah,
it's got some lovely voice cast work. The voice cast is incredible, actually. And I did enjoy it, but animated stuff so high, especially recently with Spider-Verse and stuff, it didn't quite reach those heights. But it is fun. I think you're going to enjoy it. But there wasn't enough to get really excited about.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
A bit about the storyline, maybe, the end. But I liked the turtles themselves.
Okay.
And I thought it's the best Turtles film I think there is.
Oh, what, better than the original?
Yeah, I think so. Well, they're very different, aren't they? Because one's live action or from the 90s and one's... and they're trying to keep... The animation's really good, though. So I think they've already announced a sequel, so hopefully we get to do that some down the road. But that'd be nice. Again, animations take a long time. And the last film I really want to talk about... Actually... I just briefly want to talk about me and my wife watched Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Which is very much a brilliant film. It's a good film about women growing up.
I think I read the book,
My wife read the book and it was a big deal. Apparently back in that side of the pond.
I think back in the 90s it was quite a big thing.
Yeah. It was really enjoying. I really enjoyed it. It's a different perspective, obviously, being a man, and we don't go through what the brilliant ladies have to do for in the streets. See?
Yeah. We're basically shitbags, aren't we? But,
Oh, and teenage boys are horrible and stuff like that. So we'll have a good time on that one. The last film I want to talk about quickly, because this is going to be a quick episode and it's not turning out that way. I watched the Gran Turismo film.
Oh, yeah. I actually quite like the look of that.
Biggest surprise of the year so far.
Really?
I wouldn't call it a video game adaptation because it's not.
It's more a biopic, really, isn't it? Like, because it's more about the thing that actually happens. I remember that happening. Them picking some like really good racers and turning them into kind of actual racing drivers.
I did Google it afterwards, and they have taken a little bit of liberties with the actual what happened in real life.
Yeah. I don't think it. Yeah, don't think it quite went the way the movie looks like it's going to go.
There are events in the movie that happened, but not in the order and in the time scale that it happened in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's like a sports underdog movie, so
wow, that's right
in my wheelhouse. Yeah. It's like Mighty Ducks with Gran Turismo computer games and actual racing. David Harbour is unbelievable in it. Like, that man makes every film he's in 10% better.
The only thing I've heard, David Harbour's very good in it, and Orlando Bloom is very bad in it.
I would call Orlando Bloom very bad in it. I'm never quite sure if Orlando Bloom's been ever a good actor. I can't
remember who said where I saw it, but it's like he plays it like a mustachio twirling villain from the 50s, kind of like.
I think that's unfair. I think he plays that part rather well.
Okay.
I think everyone's quite good in this film, and the effects are good. It's directed by Neil Blomkamp, which did District 9 and Chappie. It doesn't feel like it's from that director.
Okay.
Interesting. For that director, it feels very safe, like safe by numbers kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it's a movie that's not going to change the world, but it's probably quite fun.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what it looks to me.
I've out of a month of seeing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's my favourite movie I've watched this month.
Good. Nice.
Apart from Guardians 3. But yeah, I'd recommend it. I don't know if it's still in the cinema screens by the time it comes out, but definitely watch it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. I would say it's gripping. I mean, it does those sport tropes very well.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, and then there's sadness, and you're like, whoa,
oh, no.
Daddy issues, and stuff like that.
Oh.
But so far, the biggest surprise of this year. It's on my ranking. It's above a lot of films you wouldn't think it should be, but it is. And that's all I watched that I'm going to talk about.
Okay. So on to TV Club then. Boo! TV Club. This is quite quick. I haven't watched much. I watched lots of movies. I haven't really watched any telly.
That's good. I've only got a few things to mention.
Okay.
I'll do this real quickly. Only Murders in the Building has started.
It's back. Yes, I have watched a couple of episodes, but that's it.
It's delightful as ever. Martin Shaw is still an absolute Steve Martin.
They're all good. They're all so good.
Put Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd in it. I mean, come on. It's not going to be bad. I am slowly making my way through The Bear Season 2. You finished it, right?
Excellent. Yeah, I finished it. It is excellent.
Last time we spoke, I just started Bear Season 1. Now, Bear Season 1 is incredible, and Episode 7 of that season is an incredible piece of television. Do you remember Episode 7? It's the one that everything's going wrong, basically, and it's all one shot.
Yeah, I think so.
It's incredible. Like, the tension.
Yeah, I remember.
Very good.
It's really good.
And we're enjoying Season 2 so much that we're trying to drag it out.
Oh, okay.
We're not trying to binge it. We're just trying to one a week kind of thing. There's
another standout episode in Season 2.
It's not season. I just think we watched Episode 3, and it wasn't that episode.
No. It's a Richie episode essentially.
Oh, brilliant! I love him. I love all the characters. I think they're really, really. Even the minor characters have done really well to give themselves. Really well. You know
the big guy who's like
Marcus, the cake guy.
No. The guy who's like the janitor guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's a really famous chef in real life.
Is he?
Yeah. He's an actual proper chef. He's massive in America.
Did not know that.
No, I didn't know that either.
No. What else is... Nailed It is back on Netflix, if you like. Nailed It with Nicole Byers.
No.
It's right up your street, because you liked Is It Cake?
I do like Is It Cake, yeah.
Go start watching the early seasons of Nailed It.
Okay.
And for Nicole Byers, a brilliant comedian, her reaction when she has to... everyone has to try bad cake is one of my life delights.
Okay.
Just when they put things in their mouth and it's bad. It's brilliant. And the last thing I watched on Channel 4 at the moment is called Alone, is when they've dropped the people in the wilderness and they have to defend for themselves. It's been a show in America and Canada for many years, I believe.
Okay.
But they've just started a British version. And I'm quite enjoying that, watching people how they can handle and hunt and live off the land in Canada.
All right, cool.
Wild Canada. I have to deal with bears and wolves.
Nice.
It films like an extreme, like, we might kill these people because they might get eaten by bears. And I'm not quite sure how Channel 4 will get away with that if that happens, but, you know.
Yeah. There must be some safeguards in place.
Yeah, there must have some people with guns around or something, right? Hidden in the wilderness.
Yeah, there must be.
I don't know. But that's all I've been watching. I've been enjoying all those things. And the new Star Wars series has just started, but I haven't
seen it. I haven't seen any, so yeah.
I think by the time we get through September, we might see most of it. My wife did say the other day, though, she's started too much series to start something else, because she slowly, and I've been dipping in and out, started watching Dawson's Creek from the start.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a joy. That's a delight, Dawson's Creek.
I forgot how much Dawson's Creek I watched when I was young.
I owned all of it on DVD. I'm not sure if I still have those DVDs or if they were in the lot that got nicked. But yeah, like I definitely don't have the West Wing anymore. That definitely got stolen. My West Wing box set.
That's a shame. But yeah, she's loving Dawson's Creek. Weirdly, I relate with Dawson very hard, and I think I still do when I was younger. And it's quite a trip.
He's a dick, man.
But he's a cinema fan. You know, like his walls
Dawson's
are covered
nice
with
to start
things.
with. He becomes a dick later. Whereas Pacey's a bit of a dick to start with, and turns out it's actually all about Pacey.
But yeah, and then there's Joey, and everyone wanted a Joey in their lives. And there's always
no. I've always.
Were you a Jen fan?
I've always been a Jen fan. Yeah.
Okay. I remember being an Andy fan.
It's always been about Michelle Williams for me.
Okay. And then she's got some other TV series like Sandington. She's just found on.
Oh, it's Sanditon, yeah.
Yeah, which is her Bridgerton fix until Bridgerton comes out.
My wife's
again.
been watching that, I think.
She loves shows like that. Not for me. Period pieces with a little bit of sexiness and drama.
Yeah.
But so God knows if I get to watch anything new, because she won't take anything else on.
Okay. You got to finish up some stuff.
Yeah. What about you?
I've watched everything I've watched. You've watched. So all I've watched is Only Murders in the Building and The Bear.
The Bear, and you finished The Bear.
I finished The Bear. Yeah.
And it's a masterpiece.
It is. It's incredible. It's incredible. I can't wait for season 3.
Yeah. No, the problem is now you have to wait for that.
Yeah.
Watched it so quickly.
Watched it so quickly. I know. Story of my life. Story of my life.
Story of my life. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, should we move on to release calendar? I really need a jingle for this, but I haven't quite landed where it is. We've nearly done a year of this, and I still haven't got one.
It's stuff that's coming out soon, or maybe not. Release calendar.
We'll take that. So this month, August, we have to start on 30th of August, apparently, because The Equalizer 3 is out. Rich has just caught up and watched the other two.
I have.
He kept that from all of you because he doesn't want to tell you what he thought of that until we do the review.
Yep.
That's coming pretty soon. Other sequels coming are The Nun 2.
Oh.
Rich hasn't seen The Nun.
I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it.
It's all right. It's not very good.
But I'm going to have to.
I remember I got invited to a screening of The Nun, the first one, and the screening was in a graveyard somewhere in London. And I thought, no. No thanks. No.
Why would anyone want to do that?
Doesn't sound like fun to me. Other sequels coming out: My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a 2.
Didn't even know. I've never seen any of these films.
Find a 2. I've seen the first one. I think the first one's good. I don't remember there being a sequel, so I'll have to go and find that.
Okay, that's exciting. A Haunting in Venice on the 15th of September, which is the new Poirot one.
Oh, yeah.
Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, you've mentioned that one, yeah.
That's coming as well. It's a busy month for sequels, so we're going to try and work them out. How
if they all actually come out.
If they all come out. September the 22nd is Expendables 4. Again, we'll see if that comes out. And then end of September the 29th is Saw X.
Oh,
10.
God. I've only seen like 1 and 2.
Well, that's good because apparently it's set between 1 and 2.
Oh, well, I'm not watching any other Saws then. I'm just going to watch X.
Yeah, I think I've read that. It's either between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3.
Okay. Either way, I don't have to watch any more, so it's fine.
No, it's about when... Yeah, so it's kind of a prequel. It's about when the Jigsaw character finds out he's got an illness and certain doctors can't help him or something. And
that's before the first one. That is a prequel.
It's definitely after the first one.
Okay.
We'll find out when we watch it. Other films coming out this month, fucking hell. A horror film called Cobweb. I've seen the trailer. It looks very creepy.
Okay.
David Earl's comedy called Apocalypse Clown.
I mean, I'll give it a go because David Earls is wonderful.
Yeah. Rise of the Foot Soldier, Vengeance. I mean, this is a series I have no intention to ever see.
That's got to count as a sequel, though, right?
It does, but it doesn't mean we have to watch it.
True.
Dumb Money is coming out, which is the story about GameStop.
Oh, yes. I want to watch that.
Paul Dano and Seth Rogen.
100% want to watch that.
Looks great. September the 28th is the new sci-fi film called The Creator. Have you seen the trailers for this before, everything?
No, I don't think so.
Have you not?
No.
It's from the same guy, Gareth Edwards, who directed Monsters, I should say, not Monster, that's Patty Jenkins. Monsters and Rogue One.
Yeah, which I really like.
It looks like a big, epic sci-fi film with David John Washington in it. The trailers look really good. Check it out. Very excited to see that. And that is September.
September sounds like a good month. It's a shame it's a busy month work-wise.
Me too. I'm going away at some point in it as well, so we have to work that out.
Yeah.
But that's what's coming out, so hopefully we'll squeeze a lot of that in, and anything we don't squeeze in, we will try and squeeze in at some point on another slice.
Yes. Agreed.
We've done that. Now the part of the show is where Rich will see us out. So Rich, can you see us out?
My favourite bit. Where I have to try and remember all the things. So we've mentioned Another Slice quite a bit in this episode. Another Slice is our subscription service. Get over to anotherslice.com/unequal sequel, where you can hear about all the extra stuff that we've done, and there's loads of extra stuff. So it's $2.99 a month. You get an extra episode, an extra sequel to all of our interview episodes. You get Disenfranchised, you get Box Set Mentality. You also get some extra reviews. Our Barbie and Oppenheimer review is on there, for example. Go over to Another Slice, give it a try. I guarantee you'll love it, or you're not getting your money back, but I guarantee you'll love it. If $2.99 is not the thing for you, if that's not what you're looking for at the moment, then just keep listening to this, because it'll always be free. Hit the subscribe button, hit that auto download button. We'll drop into your popular choice every single week. Join us on the social medias. We're on Twitter, which is called something else now, but I don't care. We're on Threads. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok, we're on Blue Sky, we're on Letterboxd, and we are at Unequal Sequel on all those things. You can find us there. If you don't do social media like a clever, intelligent person, then you can email us. We are unequalsequel@hotmail.com. Get in touch, let us know what you think, and in the next month roundup, we'll read out everything you send us.
And it is a long month. It's a 5-week a month.
It is.
So there's a lot coming up to it. For Another Slice, we are finally closing out the From Dusk Till Dawn,
which has been crapper than I thought.
And I think after that we're going to do the Twilights. Someone did get in contact and suggest a box set to us.
Oh, okay.
And it was the Pitch Perfect trilogy.
I mean, that's better than Twilight. That sounds better than Twilight already. So
we have been bigging up Twilight for a while, though, but we've discussed that. But I thought that was quite a good one. I quite liked it.
I'll be in trouble with my wife if we don't do Twilight.
So maybe we'll do Twilight and then we'll do Pitch Perfect.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. And then for Disenfranchised, we are watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith and see why that didn't become a franchise. And it's quite good because I remember that film being okay.
Yes.
Which will be
definitely better than Super Mario Bros.
Yes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sending your thoughts and feelings in. We love receiving that kind of stuff. So keep that coming. Season 5 is ending on Monday.
I know, man. That's
Monday.
That's not
12
long.
episodes we've done. Then there'll be a kind of best bits.
Yeah, I mean,
bit.
I don't want to big it up again too much, but the last episode of season 5 is probably the best episode we've ever done.
Like, he hasn't even listened to it.
I haven't listened to it, but from recording it, from my memory, it's the best episode we've ever done.
It's very funny. It's very, very funny. So we'll be off your airways for a bit. We'll be down to 1 episode a week again.
Yeah, sorry, folks. But we are going to re-record. We are recording some more. So
yes,
we'll be back with Series
coming.
6 very soon.
I've got nothing else to say. Thank you for listening. It is a goodbye from me. Goodbye, my friends. I was going to go do a Spice Girl thing when I changed it because I thought that'd be too sad.
It was like you were one of the Spice Girls who can't sing very well. As in, like most of them.
Oh, low blow. And it is a goodbye from him.
Bye!
See you next week. Sequels this week. Have a cracking week. Bye-bye. What have you got against the Spice Girls?
Nothing. They're just not very... Yeah, 2 of them can sing and the rest can't.
Okay, I've got to ask. Which ones can sing and which ones can't?
I think Mel C can sing and Baby Spice can sing.
Okay.
I think that, and the others just kind of are there.
So Mel B, Emma Bunton, Jerry Halliwell, all can't sing in your eyes.
No, Emma Bunton can.
Emma Bunton can.
I think.
Oh, Posh. Victoria Beckham can't.
Posh definitely can't. Posh and Jerry, like, God knows what they're even doing there.
Well, that's some hot takes I'm going to leave you with until next month. Okay, bye-bye, everyone.